this is Jay. You're watching Enhanced Trades. We're gonna get right into it, right? We have about 4 minutes till the market opens up, and we'll just jump right in. Why is my camera moving? There we go. So pretty much, right, we are entering a range-bound situation right now, so you have to be very careful, right? And how do you identify range-bound situations? Well, first, you look at the bigger picture, right? What's happening? We had this nice push up, then immediate push down, and then after that, we haven't really been pushing down at all, right? So then what you want to look for is essentially just, good morning, Vinay. How are you doing? So right now, yeah, like I was saying, we're just in this little morning range situation, right? Overnight, little sell off, not too bad. We're still in good hands for the uptrend, right? But the market does have to consolidate right after it does any type of big move, and that's exactly what's happening. We're trying to make these pivot highs a little bit, but still kind of getting pushed down, right? This is our confirmation that, hey, since we broke through these pivots, we're entering like that little range bound situation. And to draw out the range, you just take the overall area, right? From pivot high to pivot low in this type of situation after a big move. These were monsters, like you zoom in right here, right? Nice big drops. And then when price tends to start ranging in between them and you see like the high volume nodes just picking up right here, that's where the range is for the moment. But obviously at 9:30 everything starts to shift, so that is something to always pay attention to. Good morning, AC Mandich 02. I know, I think I was reading that wrong yesterday, but I think I got it right this time. Mandich. Perfect. Gonna remove that. Obviously you guys know I don't need to see that all the time, like I already know where it is. We had a nice like a little algo alert back at like 7:25. Obviously I only start trading after 8 o'clock, and I only start looking at the charts after 8, because I don't want to get into any moves without any volume, because that's just my preference, because I like to be in and out pretty quick. So even though we got our alert here, thing hit take profit level 2, but overall we might see a little push to the downside, but I can't say till we finish that first 15 minutes, right? That's what really gives us that market direction and understanding of what the institutions really want to do today. Presidential debates coming up. That's also a big deal, something to watch out for. End of the month, always. So gotta remember that, keep that in mind. There's little sad news where it says coronavirus has now killed more than 1 million people, and so it's like market is open, guys. Let's see how we want to push down today. Yeah, it's sad to see that 1 million people have unfortunately passed away from coronavirus, and this has really affected the global economy, and it still will for a little while. The only thing that's interesting is the house prices are rising, so that's always very interesting to me. I'm still waiting for a housing crash so I could scoop something up. Same concepts, right? As with trading, right? Buy low, sell high, right? Same thing with real estate. Buy low, sell high. There's an article that says home prices have They rose 4.8% in July, and that's the main reason for that is because the inventory is very low, and people are outbidding each other just because they want to get into a house. A lot of people are tired of renting because they realize with all the eviction stuff and all this thing going around, especially in March when COVID started and people couldn't pay their rent, and the people that can, afford to pay rent or pay their mortgage, it's a better option for them to just have a house. Good morning, Dragon. Right now we're getting that little quick dip, right? Nothing crazy. What's interesting right now is that we did get the algo alert this morning, but I just didn't want to get in because I saw there was very little volume and I didn't want to get in right before market open, right? So I'll pull up the chart for it right now because obviously this is just pumping down at the moment. But pretty much the algo, right? It came out with an alert at 9:10, so around 9:15, right? Want to wait for that one tick break below, right? So in this case, 33.41.25, your order buy sell stop order would just be at 33.41 flat, right? That still void these double top, double bottom situations just like this one. And we only look to enter in the next two candles. And that was approaching like 9:20. So I was like, you know what? Market open. It's been fluctuating. It's been getting like that doji feeling. So I was like, it's not worth the risk for me personally. But if I got into that, then boom, I would have hit take profit level 3 immediately at market open. But again, trading right before being in a trade right before the market opens is always risky. If you got in at like 7 a.m. or 8, you're swinging down and you had that room, that's a different story. But entering right before market open, always risky, guys, especially if you're beginners. Keep that in mind. I know if you guys have been trading for a while, you probably know that already. But in this case, you would have got a quick 3.75 points. Nothing crazy, right? That's because it has been ranging, so the moves aren't as great at the moment. I'm gonna take a look at the 1 hour charts real quick. Okay, so we finally started pulling back a little bit since like 2 a.m. in the 1 hour charts. I like seeing that, especially after a big bull run like that. So that's very good to see. So we might consolidate here for a little bit, and then once we push through 33.49, it's like up here, right? That's when we might see a little nice big move to the upside. Yeah, and this was you could have done the cumulative delta play like I was talking about yesterday, right? So whenever you see these delta nodes, this delta bars pop up, the red or green, you're just following trend with them and just going for a quick scalp like 1 point, right? And you would have got that. But again, this is morning seeing this up and down situation. I don't like that, but obviously I would love to see it must be bullish. I'm still in one of my positions. How that's doing. I did get in on Amazon option yesterday. Trying to see if it can just push up. Because yesterday was kind of slow and it didn't really move too well. But hopefully today we can Get that to change. Apple's pretty much starting out green, Amazon's green, Nvidia's green, Facebook's green. So tech stocks are finally doing a little rebound. Banks taking a little bit of a dip from after the run up yesterday. Like I said, it's very common to see just price fluctuating back and forth here, right? Between 33.43 and like 33.36. That's where the most volume was conducted, as well as if you just look at the chart, you can see that, hey, price is just going back and forth between these areas. Considering it's like just ranging like this, I might consider going for quick scalps today. We will see, but I will be patient about it. My YouTube. Yeah, while it's trading in this like high volume range, I'd be very careful in entering plays. If you're going for anything, I highly suggest just going for quick plays, nothing too crazy. I will always still wait for my algo alert because that's what brings me money. Gotta wait sometimes, and that's okay. That's some interesting news, right? Democrats' new 2.2 trillion bill includes a second round of the $1,200 stimulus checks. I mean, I feel like they've been talking about that for a while, but I haven't really seen any confirmation of anything yet. But this seems like it's some good news for people. So the main issue is while the House could pass the bill, it remains to be seen whether Senate Republicans or President Donald Trump would see it as a starting point for negotiations. So we'll see. Yeah, ranging situation, kind of just going back and forth, right? Exactly what's happening right now. That's why I'm gonna be careful and not step into anything. Pretty much, we might just be seeing sideways action for a little while longer. These are the days when I honestly just have to sit tight. I'll just distract myself by just doing stuff, going through my emails probably, and yeah, right now I'm not gonna risk anything. I'm just gonna have to wait. You're saying next supported is at 33.32. Not, I don't see that as being support. That was just where price bounced back off. Those pivots don't normally just act as like a specific support level, right? My supporting levels are based on like the higher pivots, so it's like 33.49 is one, and then my next one would be 33.28.29. What's up, Sergio? Yeah, these would be my next support. Like the support for me would be at 33.28. And Mandich, be careful when you use like support just at the pivots, right? You have to be very careful with that. Support and resistance levels are not just at one price. It's that zone around them as well. So for this case, for me, if I was looking at it here, right? I'll draw my support if I was drawing it based out on this. Obviously, we would start there, but price can reverse. Anywhere between 32 and 34. And then we see that from this level, saw that bounce right off of that price, right? Around 35 right there. Yeah, man, support and resistance is always a zone. It's not just one single price. Um, that's the one thing you always have to keep in mind, right? Oh, I know a lot of people like consider that support and resistance, oh, it's just that one single price. No, that's not the way it works, or else the minute it touches that price, it should just bounce back completely, right? But that's not what happens. We see that price, okay, breaks through, jumps around, then comes back up. Support and resistance has always been a zone. You just use the lines to navigate and make your life easier, and then you understand there's, hey, that range between plus minus a couple points or a couple ticks is where you're going to find pressure, where it's going to possibly reverse or find some struggle, and something like area where you have to be careful, or you want to enter for your reversal moves. I mean, that's one of the things I learned from like other traders as well. Because when I first started out, it's like, oh, support and resistance is just like that one price, right? I can just bounce off right there. It's not. Like I learned after a long time, like it's support and resistance has always been a zone. I've learned from like big people, and it's like it's better to always look at support and resistance as a zone and not just one single price. The only time it's a single price is when it's like a whole number, like 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. Those are just psychological levels, right? That's when you have whole numbers. Like I said, guys, we're in that range bound situation. We haven't really been able to break through of it. So I'd say just be patient. High wicks on both sides. Market's indecisive. So you can wait for that breakout until when they make a decision, but you have to be careful. Technically, right now, we did break out of them already. That morning 15-minute range, right? It just took a little peek, but nothing crazy. That's because we're still in that range bound situation, and until we get some serious sellers or serious buyers and we see that momentum pick up, that's when we can confirm that, hey, we are finally starting to move. Until then, we are just going to be in this range situation and just bouncing back and forth between the price. So in this type of situation, I have to be very, pretty much just, not try to enter, be very careful, go for specific plays, like such as like the breakout, because I know, hey, I can get a quick point there, okay, but yeah, today's the day, just be careful a little bit. Mandich, I appreciate you saying that, man. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that it's helping you out. Yeah, it did take me a while. That I created that course before I even started creating YouTube videos. That's why you don't see my face in it. But as we go forward, I will put more videos in it. I'll show my face because I know looking at the PowerPoint screen is probably a little bit boring sometimes. But I really made that just to provide the content and make sure people are getting educated properly. So I'm really happy to hear that from you, man. Thank you. It definitely did take me a long time because I kept having to re-record myself so many times. I was like a little bit nervous my first time like doing something like that and then putting something out there, right? But now it's like I got used to it and I'm more fluent. But yeah, man, if you ever have any questions or if you want to learn about a specific topic that I possibly didn't cover in the course, let me know. I'm more than happy to add that to the course as long as I find that to be very relevant. Like you're like, oh, I want to know about a specific situation or specific stock pattern or specific indicator that of that sort, let me know. Like if I have knowledge about it, I will be more than happy to share my knowledge. If I don't, I'll literally tell you, I'll be honest with you and just say, hey, I'm not the best one to follow. Do that. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've been getting some good feedback from the course. A lot of people have been happy with it, so I'm very happy that that turned out really well. I was very nervous in the beginning, and the funniest part is like people are just spreading it word of mouth or just finding it by themselves because I really haven't really promoted that ever since I created it. I kind of just put it on a Reddit post once, and then after that, yeah. So that tells me that hey, people like it. They know that they're learning, so I'm very happy with that. And a lot of people told me that I saved them a lot of money from like spending money on other people's courses, and I was like, that was the whole point, right? People are getting scammed left and right with these courses, and I'm like, nope, just let me just create one for free and save these people. You can sell it on Fiverr. Now I'm good. I created that general out of just goodwill, right? I just want to make sure people are in good hands and learn. I know there's a lot of beginners, and I know there's probably a good amount of college kids as well that are trying to get into the market right now. So it's like better for them to spend as less money as possible and learn first instead of just blowing money left and right. Because like knowledge is key, and the main reason I made it free, right, is because like I know how much it sucks to pay for a big course and then it's like, oh, it's not useful, or like just paying tuition and going through student loans. Like that's why I just thought education should be free. Everything on top of that, yeah, sure, you can charge for if you have like your business and stuff, but like educating people for information that if they just spend more time, you know, just googling or watching YouTube now, it's like I don't think it should be charged for. I'm surprised that I didn't know that they sell courses on Fiverr, man. I mean, yeah, if you guys like the course, please do share it with your friends, family, whoever, right? Help them gain the knowledge as well. Like, even if they don't become a day trader, they can easily swing or just help their retirement account grow if it's your parents. They sell everything. Yeah, they do. But honestly, they kind of just been getting a little bit annoying with their stuff because it's like I used their services like two times or so. It's like the way they advertise stuff on it, it's like, oh, they'll do everything, but then once you actually order it from someone, you barely get anything from them. And I was like, that kind of just annoyed me a little bit, but that was just my experience. Maybe everyone else's was different. Even prayers? What the hell? That's crazy. I was not expecting to hear that. So, Michael, my trading career started back in 2014. That's when I first opened my brokerage accounts and everything. Mainly been trading stocks for the longest time, and then I really switched over to futures in the past 2 years, and then I've been day trading ever since then. And then, yeah, I pretty much day trade for a living, and then I also am a realtor, so I do that. So it's like back and forth. It's like mornings I like to trade, and then afternoons I'll focus on like some real estate stuff. Obviously, like you only need the mornings when you're trading, like day trading at least. Yeah, it is a good combination. And real estate has been pretty new to me. I was just trading for the longest, and then real estate, I only really got my license at the beginning of this year, around like January. So it's like still figuring that all out because like I've kind of been taking that very slowly. I've had some people, I've dealt with some people, but I don't know. This whole COVID thing kind of messed stuff up a little bit, but now things are starting to pick up again. So hopefully we can get some deals going. No, I don't have the WeWap on my charts at all, actually. I used to, but I kind of just stepped away from it because one, I look at my support and resistance, and I look at the cumulative delta for quick scalps, and then for bigger plays, I have the algo system. That obviously, like if you've been watching, you would know. If not, then give you a little snippet of it right now. So pretty much my algo will give me like signals on exactly when. Right now, obviously, I said this is very messy because we've been chopping around high wicks on both sides, but I'll give you a better example right now. We have like yesterday, right? This was a trade that I was in from the algo. Wasn't any crazy big play, but still a couple points. We simply wait for the alert, enter one tick higher. Then we, every time it hits our take profit levels of 1, 2, and 3, that's just when we decide, hey, we move our stop up. So when you hit level 1, you move your stop to break even. And then after that, you're kind of just riding it out and moving it up every time it hits another level. So for this one, it took me out at level 1 because obviously it pulled back down because these levels, take profit levels, act as the resistance points as well. And we see that happen multiple times, like here, bounced off, here, bounced off. So it's like, this is the system I trade. But if I was just like, oh, let me just wait, and after I move hits first, I'll break even, and then I'll try to ride it out to level 3. If you do that, that's 7 points. That's like 700 bucks on ES. And the main reason I really don't have to use the WeWap is one, because I understand the volume that's going around, right? So if you see all these gray little bars on the side right here, that's all volume. So it's like, I know exactly what's going on, as well as I have the 200 EMA, which pretty much 200 EMA WeWap, kind of the same, not really the same, but they provide the same purpose of understanding where price is going, right? So after that, I was like, I just didn't want to have too many things on my chart. I like having clean charts. Like that's the whole reason I built out the algo, right? Like especially when I'm swing trading and I'm just like this is how most of my charts will look like, especially for my stocks, because I'm only looking at the higher time frames. So for example, like on the ES2, if you're just swing trading that on the micros, you get these alerts from our algo. I'd follow them with the take profit system that it draws out automatically every time a new alert pops up, obviously. And then I just ride it through. Nice, clean chart, and I'm happy with that. Before it was a complete mess. That's the whole reason I built out the algo as well, because I just was like, I just need something simple. So I just condensed everything that I was doing before, made it into a nice algo, and made my life easier. So the algo is pretty much just based on a lot of things. It's not just like one simple thing, right? Um, it's a combination of like Fibonacci and like strength indexes, and then as well as a lot of other stuff. Like it gets very complex to explain because it's also like it's proprietary, right? It's like I give people access. If you want a free trial, I'll give you a free trial. If you want to sign up, you're more than welcome to sign up. Um, but it looks at the volume, it looks at the price, and it looks for the underlying trend that's present. So and a couple more things, and it combines them so that when everything is in sync and it creates the parameters that I have been looking for, it will present itself with the buy alert or the sell alert, depending on short, going long. And then we'll have our take profit system as well. Easiest way to put it is a combination of many things put together with specific parameters in each one, and once everything lines up, you get an alert. Because if I was trying to explain like everything behind it, then it gets very complex, and that's just a whole new headache. Right now, I just put my order up there, but I'm gonna drag and drop, right? Because I am getting ready to enter a trade, guys. So I will be a little bit quiet for the next like couple minutes. Pretty much broke out of that morning 15 minutes, so remove that. Good. See, we do have our resistance level right there, but we broke through it. Didn't act as it wasn't too strong, so I guess price isn't too strong there. That's good. Because I see the alert forming on my chart on the left, so that's why I might get in. It's still a range bound, which kind of worries me. It's still in that range. If it broke out of that range, I'd be more than happy to get in, but I will be more cautious with this play just because we're stuck in that range and I don't want to get trapped. So yeah, I place my order at 33.47. If it gets hit in this candle or next in this next two candles, I'll stay in it. If not, I'm canceling it out because that means like a loss of momentum. The buyers are kind of getting weaker, and right now I'm going to be riding it out. First target is at 33.5250. Second target is at 33.5850. I will take one contract out at the first one and then second one, because after this range bound situation, it's a pretty big move too. So it's like I want to be careful. I want to make sure I grab those profits. Order got filled right there. Some sellers piling up. I think we're still in good hands because we did have the delta flip right there. So I'm happy with that. Got the buying pressure right there on the delta. I like seeing that. So Michael, yeah, like analysis paralysis is a thing. So you got to be. That's why you want to keep your charts nice and clean. Don't get too much and just confuse yourself, right? And Dragon, yeah, you got to focus and just get your eyes on the bag. Right now, I'm letting it ride out. My only concern with this trade is the fact that we are still in that range situation, right here. But we could break out. It'll be a quick move. So we are just waiting for that. Michael, I do trade the 5 minutes. That is my favorite time frame for the futures. 1 minute, I kind of get burned, so I like sticking with the 5 minutes because that's where I get the most success from. I know for other people, they love the 1 minute. That's great. I like the 5 minute. It's more stable, more patient. Random guy, can you show the list of indicators you're using on Tradeovate now? Yeah, that's not an issue. One, it's gonna be the 200 EMA, obviously the cumulative delta. This is the volume, and then these pivot lines are just from the pivot points, the daily levels. All simple stuff, right? These are just to understand what's happening in the market. And then on my left side, I have the algo that really what gives me my power moves. Where are my buyers? I have used the volume profile. It is a good method, but I personally like. There's a lot more mishaps that happen with me trading the volume profile. That's why I don't usually use it too much. But I do understand everything that how the volume profile works. That's why I just have the volume nodes up here, and I understand what's happening with the high volume nodes and low volume nodes instead of just having the volume profile up and following that, right? And some volume profile, I will say, it is a great system to be trading with. That and the market profile. These two biggest things in trading are price and volume, right? Come on, push through. Don't create that double top there. Michael, how has the volume profile been working out for you? I hope it's working out well. Like, I want everybody to be making profits, right? More than enough money in the market to go around. I am not liking that double top right there. They're getting some heavy sellers, selling pressure. It's still because it's still in that range bound situation, right? Not a clear move. This, near new highs or anything of that sort. See how the NQ is doing. NQ is a bit weak. I don't like that. Yeah, the 20 moving average and 200 moving average are great moving averages. I like the 21 EMA and 200 EMA personally. But yeah, for volume profile, I kind of just like to read the volume nodes here and just go based on that. I will pay attention to high volume nodes and everything else too, right? No double top formation. We are pushing up. Strong candles. Just have to be a little bit patient. My only concern is like tech stocks are kind of weak. NQ's getting a little weak. But once we can get that push, we should just be running it through. Well, yeah, so the regular moving averages are a bit smoother for one reason. It's because they're going to be a little bit more delayed on the price, right? Exponential moving averages are more like they're moving with the price. So that's one of the biggest differences. And I like to have things moving as fast as possible, and I don't want to give up that extra time, right? That's why I prefer the EMAs over the simple moving averages and everything like that. I don't like this, guys. Don't like this. NQ is getting very weak. We have to see which one wants to stay in control at the moment. I will start to slowly move my stop up because this trade could go sideways because in that range bound situation. We can try to hold above that 200 EMA. I'll be pretty happy. I mean, you can't like simply go off of the EMA, right? You have to combine it with something else to confirm. If you just go simply based on like the EMAs or simply based on any one thing, right? Then yeah, you will get false signals, but that's why you have to have like a combination. Really not a fan of this move right now. It is losing that momentum, and I will try to potentially just cancel my trade soon if I can. I'm gonna see how this candle finishes up before I decide that. Nice little bounce off of that 200 EMA, which I like. As long as we can hold and push through, that's my main concern at the moment. I like making sure momentum is there. Finally getting some buying pressure. Let's just go. It's been slow days for me. In the past couple of months, like all the moves are pretty fast. Now it's like getting really slow. Again, it's still September, so I can understand that. September is always an annoying month. Markets are always down and struggling, and end of the month right now. So, see, Chelsea, can we get that pressure push up? Just struggling. There we go. We're finally getting that pump. Have to take the little sellers out. If I see high wicks starting, then I'm really just going to get out of this trade because like these high wick situations for the past couple of weeks have not been good, and I don't want to be caught in that. Like this being the market open, I hate seeing like a choppy open, like a undecisive market open. I want to see the buyers just stay in control of this candle, and then I will hold it. I think the main thing is like we're finally trying to break through that range, right? And that's really been like the buyers struggle. The way it's moving like this, I might just take both my contracts out at just level 1. Push up there. Then I'll be happy with that. But if not, then I'll see if I can just take it out for break even, because I don't like seeing high wick situations on both sides. Creating doji candles is always annoying with the like market, because like when I trade, I'm looking for that momentum to continue. And when I get the alert from the algo, it's like that pre-momentum move, the upside. So kind of just bouncing off of that 200 EMA and holding the price above that 200 EMA, which is good for us. But we keep getting battled down every time we try to push higher. And it's a pretty quick drop every single time too. That's my main concern right now. And you'll always see my live P&L over here and here. When these candles form, it really gets, our trade management skills really have to step in and say, do we want to cut our losses, or are we trying to ride it out? Is the momentum there? Like, we have been pushing higher every single time, which I do like, but then it's like, oh man. Could just be where like the sellers are getting it taken out before the real buyers step in, or see sellers stepping in right there at 33.47, right where we entered. They're really just trying to break through those pivots, right? Those previous pivots. And that's like the biggest deal right now. Go backwards too. That's where we kind of reversed before. We reversed here. Reversed here. So it's like, I'm trying to see if buyers can push it right back up to break even at this point. Not then. That momentum is pretty much just dying off right now, so it's like I have to start moving my stop up, not risk too much. Do I set a daily goal? No, I have weekly goals. I don't set daily goals because that just distracts you and you focus too much on the P&L, and that will make you force a trade. And I have gotten out of that habit. I just wait, and then even like 2 trades or 3 trades a week sometimes can just make up your whole thing, right? Because the market's different every day, so you're trying to expect the same exact result every day isn't realistic. Good morning, Chris. Yeah, I think that's like one of the things. Like when we start out, like if you're a beginner trader, you will try to set daily goals because that's what they tell you. But then you soon later realize that having that daily goal will mess you up psychologically because you're trying to, hey, I didn't reach that goal. Like it ruins your mood, it ruins everything. It's like, and then you might try to force a trade even though it's not there. So it's better to have that weekly goal and then just go for those setups. Your main focus with trading is just making sure follow your game plan, right? You have to make sure, hey, I'm getting this trade set up, I'm going for it. It's worked multiple times in the past, will in the future. Obviously you can't guarantee that in the future, but like you know what I mean. Right now, it's bouncing off that 200 EMA. I'm gonna see if I can just take it out for break even. As long as it can hold above that, I'm okay with it. If not, it will be a loss.
Stop filled.
Took us out right there. Minus 500 for today. We'll wait for another move. That's the situation with like getting wicks on both sides, right? And you get that formation of a doji candle, you have to be very careful. So I started moving my stop up. Cut my losses in half, pretty much, right? By doing that. I didn't expect it to bounce down like that fast, but it happens. It's okay, man. It's like we'll get another play. I'm not worried about that. It's just the fact that we are in that stupid range bound situation where I said it was going to be a higher risk play, and it was. But we will get our money back, no doubt about it. Like you do take some losses sometimes, and that's okay. But today, we'll see. Let's see how it goes out. Maybe we can get a nice big play later on. Like one of the reasons I hate trading like sideways markets. Sometimes you do get the big plays from them, so it's like you have to get in. Let's see how well we can hold. I think this range bound situation is gonna be the same thing. Because when price is just jumping back and forth and we're not actually creating momentum moves, then it's gonna be hard to take the trade right. T Flynn, I don't know what you mean. How to set up back testing in TradingView? I posted the backtesting results from it in the Excel sheet in the Discord. Should be at the bottom of the Discord where it says Algo, and you'll have everything from it right there. And I mean, I guess, I mean, I could go back and just walk you through everything. Yeah, sure, I could do that. Yeah, I can make a video of like simple backtesting, like to show you how everything works. So yeah, right now, guys, I didn't want to get in on this alert, but I think it went right to the Discord. You guys probably saw it, but it's that a sell alert right afterwards. But considering it's been range bound, I didn't want to take the risk and get right in again. But it's making a pretty big move at the moment. We'll see if it can hold. I think since it's still range bound, I don't gonna be like it's gonna be a bit choppy. We'll see. So T Flynn 22. You get to look at all the previous alerts that came. If you wanted to measure out the candle. I think that candle, let me check. This one, I don't think it was over 10 points, but this candle, the alert candle is only 8.25 points. So on the ES, so I could have still entered this, no doubt, but I just didn't want to get caught in this chop again, right? Like when it's ranging, obviously higher risk. But yeah, I'll make a video on how you like I'll back test it for you and show you, and then I'll also make a video on like how in the same video I'll show you how you can do it for yourself as well. It's very simple. So for the algo, you can only use it on TradingView, but TradeAvate is linked. You can link your TradeAvate account to TradingView and just trade on TradingView itself. So that is the beauty of doing that, but it only works on the TradingView platform because they give us, a nice and easy way of publishing algos and building them out through them. All the other ones, it's a bit harder, and we can't really control who gets them or what they do with it. So it's like to, you know, protect our code. We use TradingView because it is this. I believe it's the safest one for now. We're pretty much in that sideways market, and if you have been watching the stream for the past month or so, like you would notice that whenever the market goes sideways, that's when I end up losing money. Like I know it's a thing, but it's like sometimes like it's hard, right, to tell when it's gonna break through of the sideways or if it's just gonna continue it. So we'll see. We'll see if it can break through that previous pivot low right there or 33.32, and then we'll see if it can bounce off of our pivot level. Pretty much touched it to the tick and then bounced off for a quick point there. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the higher time frames right now. We're still pretty much just in that little range. Mandich, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Um, yes, guys, please do hit that like button. That would be great. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Um, and join the Discord, guys. We can always chat in the Discord even when I'm not on the live stream, right? More than happy to help you guys out with anything, course content, or just general questions, right? Just ask them out in the random chat. Everyone can give it their opinion. I'll give my opinion on stuff, and it can help you out. Right now, we hit that level. Okay. So, kind of regret not getting into that one right now. Right. This one, it matter of criteria. I just didn't get in because obviously we're still range bound. I just didn't want to get caught back to back. And even though this was a perfect signal, I should have entered on. But let's see. Just the first target itself would have recovered ourselves and given us like a plus 300 because we lost 500. And then if you made 8.25 points, you would have, you know, taken out your losses and had plus 300. But, you know, I decided not to enter, which is awesome. This is the situation with sideways market, guys. Like, if you guys have been here with us since the beginning, you see me complain about sideways market every single time that it happens because it's like it annoys me. It's the same thing when markets are choppy. I like markets that are just, you know, channeling up, channeling down, making those moves. I ride those out. When it goes sideways, I end up getting burned because it's part of the game. But yeah, it's a nice move. And to be honest, we've kind of just been, ever since we hit that 200 EMA, after that big move up, kind of just been chopping around that 200 EMA, right? Crossing it, coming down, crossing it, coming down, crossing it, coming down. Normally what I like to see is when these situations happen, right? When it breaks through, comes back up, broke below again, twice, tried to break through here. So like this third time, I was expecting, okay, finally we can get that big push, the upside, to break through on the third attempt, right? But it didn't want to do that today. Pretty much hit our support level and just bounced right back up, right? So potential move, what we could have right now is, right, just reading throughout the range. If we wanted to go based on the range itself, we can get a nice push up right here. It could make a nice V pattern pullback right here. So that is something I would be very open to getting into. Right now, I'm pretty much waiting for a nice reversal to happen, and then that's potentially a move that I would get in on. But I will not try to force a trade just because I lost some money, because it's part of the game, guys. You lose some money, you make money. As long as your winners are a bit more than your losers, you'll be you'll be fine. And we followed our rules strictly, and we even managed to cut our losses short, so it was good. I'm happy. I can understand it didn't work out today, but you can't win every single one. There's a reason why I took the Algo's results are 75, 80% win rate. So that 20% was today, and then it kind of made up for it because like this alert right here. And I really appreciate all the likes, guys, and all the support that I'm getting from you guys. Like, really means a lot to me. Let me check on the tech stocks and everything. They're not, yeah. Apple's starting to push down. Amazon's doing the same thing. Bank of America is down. Tesla's down. Nvidia's still up. So is Facebook. But yeah, that's a clear indication that we are sideways today. All these tech stocks normally move together and they make big moves. Like when you see like all the big ones not in sync, that's another indication that we're going to be a little bit sideways at the moment. The tick charts are today. I haven't looked at them. Yikes, my bad. Tick charts are okay this morning. Nice. Again, it's still choppy, right? Hoping today would be better. Yeah, man. Yes, it when it's sideways, it will be moving slow. So that's why you gotta be like. That's why I set up these alerts, right? It's like that way you don't have to focus and look at it every single minute. That's why people just move over to like the 1 minute charts because they're like, oh, I just want to push in a trade. And yes, for some it works. For a lot more, it doesn't work out because they're pretty much just rushing into it. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. Maybe we can get a move later on. Still kind of annoyed that I kind of didn't take this. It was a clean, quick, took like what, 15 minutes since entry. And like nice 8 points. We lost 5 points here. We could have got 8 points here, and we would have been so positive. But we're like, nope, let's not take it. And I wouldn't be surprised. Watch it just drop down to like 33.21. Just missed out on a big move then. Take profit level 2 would have been 16.5 points. And if it really wants to dump today, baller alert, 24.75 points. I think a few of you actually got in on this alert, so hopefully you guys are doing well with it and you're still in that position. I know all these alerts get pumped into the Discord channel. Like it's all automatic. Set it up that way. So pretty much if you got in on this trade, please note that you should be moving your stop up to break even. Don't risk anything else because this is a pretty big move. If it gets to take profit level 2, you can easily take it out. 16.5 points is a big move. $33.20, huh? Let's see. Yeah, that'd be a great place for a nice reversal. I agree, Mandage. We could see a nice reversal off of our level, right? See that happen right here. We bounce off of our levels, our take profit levels. Like, we'll see. That would be nice if we can that take profit level 3 though. Sorry, drawing from the wrong place. Profit level 3 would have been 24.75 points. We'll see. We will probably hit some here. Let me check the dome out real quick. Okay, buy sellers are still kind of in control. Delta's pushing down. Broke through that range, right? This is kind of setting up for a pure setup to just move down now. The way it's like set up, right? Especially if we hold below this bit level. If we can create a candle and hold it below this pivot level at 33.28, probably will see a big push to the downside then. Sellers are remaining strong, guys. At the moment, they are still strong. See if we can create daily lows. Yeah, right now we're just creating new lows for the day. Yeah, today's kind of just slow. We're just waiting it out, right? We're just wait. We're seeing how the algo plays out. I didn't really go for any scalp plays today or anything like that. I could have off of the delta, but I just didn't want to get stuck in this range bound situation. Finally broke through that range. We got that little push. Now we're gonna see if we can, if our support level is gonna act nicely or if it's just gonna break through. It bounced off, right, point back up, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Quick peek of the tick charts. Are we buyers to step in finally or no? So yeah, the cumulative delta is, what's the easiest way to explain? The main thing you want to remember is like it's showing you volume and the pressure from the volume and the quick movements from sellers or buyers, right? The way I would personally trade it is I use it for scalps, right? So essentially, I would wait for this red bar to pop up right here, right? As you can see, I know my mouse is covering, so I move it to the side, but you can see right there the red bar, and just go for a quick point at the break below that candle, right? In this 5-minute candle, break below, boom, get that 1 point, easy, done. Do I like to go for every single red candle? No, I kind of like to wait for, have a couple white candles first, or gray candles, and then wait for the red, or red, then just go for the green. Just go based off that. I just use it for quick scalps. And the only reason for that is because it's kind of just going with that quick momentum, quick pressure coming from the sellers or the buyers, and you're just catching that little wave, right? You're not using it. You can use it to get into bigger moves. You can, yes, but I use it just to scalp. So I'll break it down, right? Number, like scalping with the cumulative delta. What you're essentially doing is one, you're waiting for the red or the green bar, right? Pop up. They show you, hey, pressure's building up and that you have a scalping potential. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna place your order for one. You have to have your bracket set to take profit at 1 point, and place your order right at the break of that candle low, right? So this would be your signal candle essentially, right? Go for candle low, place your stop right there, and then go for a quick point. If it doesn't cross it in the next candle, you cancel it because that means that selling pressure has died down and it's not there anymore, and you don't worry about it because you won't get filled on it. Scalping using the cumulative delta is probably like one of the easiest things to Like understand, because it's like, hey, you see the red, go for a point. You see the green, go for a point. Just for those quick bursts, you know, when we get that quick movement on the dome and everything where buyers and sellers just kind of just pump in. That's what I use the delta for, because it shows me when buyers and sellers are putting their orders in and the pressure is building up. Because you can easily walk away with a couple points every day with just trading that. Just make sure you're not going for every single red candle. That's one of the rules, right? I should have made that clear. You're waiting for, price to, get stagnant or make its move, and then that shift. So let's just here. I'll make this bigger because obviously this is just still selling off. We'll see if it can reverse. And this would be a prime example where sellers were really trying to push down, but we place our order here at the bottom, right, at the low. After the candles closed, we go for that quick point. Obviously, in this candle, it never filled, so you would have never got filled, and you're safe, right? Here, it's a good example. Okay, like we had the green candle here, and we kind of shifted some. So this is the first shift. So you get in at the low of this candle. What was the low of this candle? It was 33.40.25, and you're going for a quick 1 point, right? So that would mean you're trying to go for 33.39.25, which was hit right there, right? You can see right here, right here. All right, it's like, yeah, you can see it right there. Yep. And I went even more, but we're just going for that guaranteed 1 point, right? Same thing here. It's like, there we go. That makes it a lot easier to see, right? So nice delta bar. Boom, 1 point, easy, right? You wouldn't have got in on this one because it was kind of back to back. Even though, yeah, price did move down, but when you're going for the scalping method, you're just going for that big one, that first shift, you're done. Same thing here, right? You got the first green one here. You're at 46.75 is where you would have entered. 47.75, where is it? 47.75 is right here. So quick 1 point. If you're trading 2 contracts, you're getting $100 every single time. Same thing here. 43.25. 45 was it. Yeah, went all the way down to 42. So yeah, you would have got that 1 point right there as well. Same thing over and over and over again. You're pretty much just trying to cash in on the big sellers and buyers stepping into the market and making that mini market move, right? That big push that happens. And that's what you're trying to get profit off of. Because like obviously there's no way of knowing, hey, everyone's gonna sell right here, right? So you saw that and then you enter on the next candle, but you're not gonna be like, oh, I saw them enter back there, let me enter down here because they did that before. I'm just catching it late. No, you want to be very precise and enter with them. That's why you're watching it. And you're going for those quick scalps because you can guarantee yourself quick profit pretty quickly too. All you have to do is just wait for these delta bars to pop up. You're good. And you can add this, like the settings for this are very simple. All you have to do is put the cumulative delta on trade evade. You'll find it under the indicators, and then just make sure you click strong up and down here, and then it'll show up exactly the way it is on mine. Honestly, test it out for yourself, man. If you're using Tradeovate, then you have the back testing that they provide as well. You can just switch to your demo side and then pull it up and then just run it through the morning market session. We might see some buyers step in soon. I'm just waiting, man. Like I have to wait. It kind of sucks because when I trade in the 5 minutes, obviously it's gonna take more time, and you have to be a lot more patient. You'll these I believe, yeah, you can get Cumulo Delta on all platforms. I don't see why they wouldn't have it. It's very common. Ninja Trader should definitely have it. Like I don't personally use Ninja Trader, so I don't know if it's this exact same. But what you could do is you can just, if you have it and you put it on, just watch one of my streams and see if everything's matching up. Let me know, guys. How's your day been going? Did you guys get in on any trades? Did you guys profit? Did you guys lose? What's up? What's happening? More green trades, all 1 point scalps. That's great, man. I'm happy for you. Charts still not strong. Okay. Oh, this is your first day on the futures market? Hey, congrats to starting up, man. I'm sure you're gonna love it. I definitely love the futures market. Like I trade stocks a lot more, but I love the futures market just because like the instant fills, you get that instant gratification. You walk away with your cash pretty quickly. When I trade my stocks, I only swing trade, I'm not day trading stocks. So like I just kind of have to sit and wait, right, for them to take place, and it takes like 1 to 2 days, 3 days sometimes. But still, you just gotta be patient with the stocks. But futures, it's like, hey, I'm in, I'm out, same day, same like hour, same like minute sometimes, right? USDs, definitely join the Discord and just DM me with any questions you have about the futures market, man. I'm more than happy to help you out. Yeah, there's a lot of futures traders that only trade in the morning for the first like few hours, and then they're done from like 9:30 to 11:30. That's where majority of traders are trading, and then they just dip after that. That's what I pretty much do all the time too on my streams. I'm only here from like 9:25 to around 11:30, but this week I have more time. I don't have like my appointments are a bit later on in the day, so it's like I'm able to stay on the streams a bit longer, so which is great. The perfect example, right, of Delta pushing up, right? Let's see how this plays out for us. We'll go for that quick 1 point like we were talking about. We'll wait for the candle to finish, obviously. But I will show you the live action. You can see the delta bar forming. Obviously, we had that sell-off, so buyers want to step in, take some control. We have about 3 minutes left on the candle, so obviously we have some time. 3 minutes is a very long time in the markets. Some sellers are piled up here, so might have to rethink this. We'll see. A pretty big candle too. Not gonna 27 is not too crazy, but bounce off of that. So you can get the buyers to just step in and then push for that 1 point that we're looking for off for the delta play. This is a pure delta scalp, guys. Orders in. My hands are off the mouse. I will just watch it play out. If I see any type of inconsistency, obviously I'll cancel it, but I think we're in good hands. We should get Yeah, Chuck, it's been just ranging since the open, since even before the open, man. It's been ranging. I said that right before this, like right when the stream started, when I was doing like the pre-market analysis. It's been ranging. It hasn't been great. Didn't treat as well today. Out on one big play and messed up on the other. See if we can get that delta push. That's all I'm looking for right now. Get in at 33.33, get out at 33.34, quick 1 point. We don't get that break within the next 2 minutes. This order will be canceled. These all delta plays are supposed to be quick pumps, not price struggling. If it doesn't get filled on this candle, I'll cancel it. That's just the rule with this piece. It's a quick scalp, right? You want to be in and out. You don't want to be stuck holding something. So when it's ranging, it's higher risk. I suggest that you don't. I took a trade this morning, and that's why you see the P&L being negative 500. Because I took one up here, man. It was. I said it was ranging. It was in the range. I drew out the morning range too earlier, and this is just a higher risk play. I was like, okay, let me get in, and then it reversed on me because it was ranging, and that's something I should have been more careful about. And then we had this alert right here on this candle that came in, but I didn't get in because I was like, okay, it's still ranging. And then it made a big 8 point move, hit that first target. Missed out on that. Yep, it's the buyers are pretty much just getting taken out, so I'm gonna be canceling this right now. But obviously for the delta play, you wanted to break through in the next candle, fill you in that candle. Because all delta plays are less than like a 1 minute trade, right? A doji and a red candle on the 1 minute. So yeah, then that's definitely something to consider. I'm looking at the 1 minute now. Let me pull that up. Slide over here. Okay. This might just be a little pullback before we continue that big move. Take a look, right? The alert that we got in on failed because obviously should have taken it out when we saw this inconsistency and doji candles forming, but here pushed through nicely. Now it's struggling with that level, and could see that push down, right? Because when we see a big sell-off, what happens is you get those 3 or 4 green candles, and then it just starts dumping again, right? So that might be the situation today. So I might get short. So let's wait and see. Yeah, Chuck, I completely agree. When it's ranging, it's you have to be very careful, and it is okay. It's better to walk away. Like I honestly just wish I went for this algo alert, but then I didn't go for this one, even though it met the parameters. I was just like, okay, range bound. I messed up here. I'll probably mess up here. Doubted myself, and then kind of bit me there. But it happens. I can't be perfect every day. The sellers, I think, we could possibly get a nice push. Both buyers try to trap in the buyers and then push down again. Let's see it. Could see it. So I used to trade crude oil a lot, but I kind of stepped away from it this year. Um, like last year and up till like February, I was trading crude oil, but then everything just kind of started getting crazy with it, and I was just like, the drawdown is too much. You need to risk too much. Everything was happening hyper fast, and I was like, I stepped away from crude oil. Gold, I do take trades sometimes, but I mainly just stick with the ES. And I used to trade the gold back in March and everything because I saw good movements on it. Because, like, obviously, with the pandemic, market crashing, gold is one of the things that will go up and making good moves on that. So I did get into gold back then. So, depending on the market conditions, I will venture out into other futures. But on a day to day basis, yes, has always been my go to. Yeah, right now, it's the way it's forming. Unless this pulls back down, it's just going to create a bigger range. It just extended the range at this point. Only confirmation right for the future is if we pull down again, okay, we're going to continue this downtrend, break out of this range area, make that big push down. But if not, then what's going to happen is we're just going to be pushing right back up, and we're going to be going sideways yet again. So we'll see what happens on these candles. I think I'll stay here for a couple more minutes, and then I think I'm just gonna have to walk away from this market. Yeah, for stocks it's 0.5 cents above, and then for futures it's 0.25 cents because that's one tick. That is correct, Chuck. For futures it's always one tick. For stocks it's just 5 cents because it just avoids those double tops with the stocks. And it's honestly giving up that 5 cents is worth not getting into one of those trades where it costs you a full reversal. Yeah, stocks are moving slow today too, so I don't have any stock plays either, which is so boring. The normal tech stocks that I trade are very slow. They're sideways as well. You're selling crude? Huh? I'm not gonna look at crude oil because I know that thing kind of been a little bit annoying. Crude oil is just like the NQ. It's like super fast. Like if you're a person that wants to get in and out of trades super quick, crude oil is probably the best one for you. If you just want to be patient and just get in on trades you can analyze, then ES is probably your best bet because it takes time to make its moves. So you can be more relaxed and still do other things at the same time. Heavy amount of buyers stepping in. We can try to go since we are holding above. Go for a quick 1 point scalp. Waiting for the final seconds before I place it. We can get that little delta scalp play. These deltas starting to just go back and forth as well. Yeah, after this 5 minute candle, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna call it a day because this market just isn't right. We have like what, one more day of September left, so hopefully starting Thursday we see some good moves. Lewis, how's the selling crude working out for you, man? Profit, non-profit? What's up? Yeah, price is just going back and forth. I'm canceling this order as well. It's not. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. This is just getting choppy again, and I'm not gonna mess around with it. It's not worth it. Alright, all I wish that I would, I wish that I took that algo alert right here. Got that 8 points, would have been plus 300. Took out our daily loss, like that we had of 500. But hey, it happens. So yeah. Yeah, it's starting to sell a little bit again. Our next target for this right now, well, I'll show you guys on the algo. Whoever got in is probably still waiting on their trade, right? Because if they move their stop up to break even, they're still in it. Here. Nice, man. That's some nice profit for today. Congrats on that. and closer to level 2, guys. So if you're in it, I would say just take it out at level 2, get a hit, be done, walk away, enjoy the rest of your day. But let's see. I was just gonna hop off, but I kind of want to see if this can push down. Nice, congrats. We got right to the tick before, and we bounced right back up a little bit. Let's see. I think it can hit 21. Once it hits that, I say if you are in the trade, take it out. Yeah, man, when it's ranging like this, it's really hard for traders to make a good profit. This is when most retail traders end up losing a good amount of money. But damn, down 2,600? I don't like that. Yeah, that's just too much of a drawdown. Like 2,600, that's I know but I believe he's trading the $150,000 account on Top Step, which is great. Like he's a good trader. I've seen him in some videos. I respect him. Yeah, I believe his risk does not match my profile at all because I like the I don't want to risk that much. The max I ever risk on anything is 1,000. Um, but that too, I never get to it. I've never actually hit that 1,000 mark. But if you're a scalper, you shouldn't be having that big of a drawdown, right? If you're a trend trader, yeah, then I can understand. Okay, you're waiting for that big move to catch up, and that makes sense. But if you're scalping, I feel like you should be in and out. I mean, if he's still making money, man, that's great for him. Like that's, but I don't know. I watch his videos. I like the fact that he uses the volume profile. He's a good guy. I like his personality, but my risk tolerance, his risk tolerance is way different. So I mean, I also trade a different method than him, right? So that's also a big factor. But yeah, guys, I'm literally just waiting for this to hit that take profit level 2, and then I'll dip. I kind of just want to see it hit. I hope he didn't blow his account. That would really suck, man. Wait, he's doing the combine? I thought it was funded. I thought he was always in the funded account. Oh well. Take profit level 2 hit. One trade that's gonna piss me off today is this one because I didn't get in for 16.5 points. Oh man. How do you do the combine if you're already funded though? Hopefully he's trading both accounts at the same time, his funded one and his like demo one, right? Or else you'd just be losing out on money. I mean, I wish him the best. Like I mean, this week has been. I mean, today has just been sideways. He trades both accounts, his own and the funded. Yeah, it is Top Steps money, yeah, but at the end of the day, that's still your money that you want to take out and put in your pocket, right? So it's like you still got to treat it like that. Yeah, exactly. If you break one of the rules and then you might pretty much just get screwed over then. But I think since he has that 150K account, he's allowed that drawdown. I forgot what the drawdown was. I think it might have been like 5,000. So it's like if he's doing 2,600, that's only half of his drawdown, which I guess is okay. Oh, it's a 3K to drawdown 150 account. Damn, that is, yeah, that's. Yeah, dude, risk management is so important with trading. Like, you have to understand if the trade's going against you, you have to start paying attention and just say, hey, should I get out or not? Because, like, that's why I moved my stop up. My stop was pretty high before, and then I started moving it up because I saw doji candles forming. That's a quick telltale sign for me. Be like, hey, be careful right now, and you might need to get out. Unless you, because I saw it bounce off the 200 EMA, right? So I was like, okay, we're still in good hands. And then it broke through immediately, and then it broke through really fast. I'll show you guys right here, right? I got in right here, and then pretty much got filled right there as well, right? And then I was waiting, holding above the 200 EMA. So I was like, okay, doji candle, but it's still holding. We're in good hands. And then, boom, I got taken out down here. I planned on moving my stop right up to the bottom of this candle, but then it just took me out so quick because I was like trying to only lose 300 on that trade, but I ended up losing 500. Yeah, it did tank really quickly, but it also provided that nice move, right? I think it's still going right now. What do you guys think? Is today it's gonna take profit level 3 or is it gonna bounce back up? Let me know your opinion. Have you tried large caps with the algo? Dude, that's all I swing trade. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Tesla. That's my swing trading account. Like if you're in the Discord, you see like all the large cap alerts. That's the main ones I trade, right? Like Nvidia, Walmart, Weave, Boeing, FNGU, ARKK, TQQQ. The debate will have an effect on how the market's performing, just because that's a big political factor on them trying to analyze their long-term positions and understanding, hey, is if somebody's like seems a bit more stronger, and institutions like if they see the potential for like a different candidate to win, right? And they think, oh, they're gonna cause the market to tank or they're gonna cause the market to go up, that's gonna affect their long-term plays for the institutions. So that's something to keep in mind. It will play an effect, but the main effect will come after you hear the election news, obviously. But as of right now, it won't make too big of a factor. Maybe they'll adjust their positions, maybe start hedging. But for now, yeah. But yeah, Chuck, if you want, look, my favorite one is trade, man. TQQQ, because it follows the Nasdaq and it follows QQQ, but it's a 3x ETF. So every time QQQ moves 1%, this moves 3% because it's a 3x multiplier, and amazing results from it, man. I specifically trade the 1 hour charts when I use the algo for stocks because I just swing trade them. So look at the charts. If you have the algo up on your screen, like you can look at it. It has worked beautifully over. Like you can check it out. Like love it. And T Flynn, trust me, I wish I got in on the sell alert too. I kind of doubted myself after I lost. I got that little loss up there. So that was my personal emotional thing where I was like, I'm in the range again. I don't want to get in. But it decided to, you know, work out perfectly. And it's been bouncing off of each take profit level, like I say, because it acts as resistance and support sometimes. And it's exactly what it's doing. Hit it, bouncing off a little bit. Let's see if it can continue. Maybe we'll get a little 3 bar pullback and then push down, right back up, down again. So that'll be interesting to see. I think 33.13 is a pretty good level for it to push down to, right? Let me check my other daily pivot levels quick. So yeah, we're approaching that pivot level as well, so we're seeing that little bounce. But if it really breaks through, the next support area would be 32.85. That is a drop. That probably won't happen today. I really hope it doesn't happen today. Okay, if we do a little 3 bar pullback right there and then start dropping again, it's gonna just, oh man, this is a pure downtrend move. Like this is the first setup, right? Boom, come down. Next setup is gonna be go up a little bit, come down, and it's just gonna be start moving down. We might see some buyers step in at the end of the day around 350. That's when we see people either making their selling their big positions or buying. That happens when we have a little sell-off during the day. So watch out for that if you're trading that late. And if you guys could just toss that little like button, make that thing blue, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, guys, I think I might just top off the stream right now, go get some lunch and stuff, because like obviously it had take profit level 2, so you should at least move your stop up to level 1 now, and then you can hold it down to level 3, or just take your profit to level 2 and be done. That's still 16 points, right? First target was 8.25 points, second target was 16.5 points, and third target was 24.75 points. So you guys are in it. Congrats. You were probably making out big today. Sadly, I won't be joining that club because I decided not to enter. Oh well, I'll get over it in like 5 minutes. But once I hop off the stream, I always get over these trades. But yeah, when I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, I wish I got in, but oh well. Yeah. Well, again, I wish you guys all the best with your trading. As always, like I want you guys to profit. Keep trading, keep profiting, and then I'll be back tomorrow. We can chat, we can trade, possibly just catch a nice move tomorrow morning. I'd be happy with that. Wipe out this loss from today. And yeah, have a wonderful day, guys. Enjoy your day.